You've won 4, drew 3 losses. Do you think that the performance is best for Kumasi Asante Kotoko?
No, it's not the best. If you look at the way we have played from the beginning of the season up to this time, I don't think it's the best. But then the good thing is that we can improve upon it, and that is what, as a technical staff, we are working on, trying to improve every department of the game in terms of our defense organization, in terms of our offensive organization. Creating the chances have not been a problem, but putting the ball at the back of the net has been the issue. So we are working every day in and out to make sure that we get better and best.
Doc, some of the connoisseurs, the pundits, they are saying that because your team is entirely a new team, that is why we are not seeing that kind of cohesiveness, telepathy in your team. Do you go by them?
Yeah, I think fine, it's a new team. They are trying to get used to each other, and which is good. If you look at in terms of the support base, the way the reactions of the fans and what have you, they are not used to in their previous teams, and now they have seen it and they are becoming used to it. So it's all about adaptation. Gradually the integration will come, the team chemistry will come, and once the integration and the chemistry is consolidated, I think the cohesion will come automatically.
I just want to bring a bit of history. Last season, proud to your match with Nation FC. Now Kotoko have lost 3 matches. Nation FC won that match before your match. They won against Brekum Chelsea 3-0. This season too, the same thing has happened. They won their match against Insua. I know history does not play football, but to me, tactically, when you look at Nations FC, let's be realistic. Do you think that tactically, physically, psychologically, they are above your team?
I don't think so. We are not just getting the results. The game is about getting results. But if you've been watching our games, you get to know that we play very well. Even though it's a new team, when we are playing, you will not even see that it's a new team. Lacking in our game is putting the ball at the back of the net. In terms of history, I think the dynamics are different. Last season is different from this season. Different crop of players, different venue, everything is different. So we just have to wait for the game to unfold.
Coach, let me push you to any prediction.
Or not.
Thank you very much. So that is Coach Prosper Nati Ogu, and he has said it all. I feel you heard the coach.
Obviously, he doesn't want to lay his cards on the table as we speak right now. But definitely, I believe he has something up his sleeves for this game. Kotoko has been fantastic. They just lack a bit of. I can't really pinpoint exactly what's wrong with the Kotoko team right now, because they play so well, they create so many chances. When you have so much creativity in a team like and very strong, very physical. I wonder how Albert Amwa and the rest will be able to deal with the defense of Nations FC. They've been fantastic.
Okay, so that is Mr. Philhana for you. He was trying to analyze Nations FC last season and this season, how they've been fantastic when you talk about their form. And I can tell you, when you go to Abraham-Kese, Abraham-Kese has been a fortress for teams that comes there. And I've been there. Insua was there. They were walloped 3-0. And who orchestrated that? It is Coach Kasim Mengo. Coach Okanse Mengo. Coach. Okay, Okanse. Mengo Okanse. Okay, so Coach Mengo Okanse is the coach for Nations. Coach, good afternoon. Coach, today's match, the Kumasi Derby, your perception about the match?
Oh, they are senior brothers and we come in to play. They are senior brothers, we come in to play. It's like a local derby. And I think it will be very, very, very competitive and entertainment. We're coming to entertain the fans. We are not coming to fight here. We are all from the same region, so they are our senior brothers. So, but in football, at times we don't accord a senior brother. On the field of play, the better side should play and win.
Coach, is it not mind games that you started right now? Because you are trying to let them have that stuff that, oh, they are senior brothers, so is it not mind games you started right now?
We're coming to this football. Is it not true that they are senior brothers?
Yeah, they are your senior brothers.
So,
but last season, looking at your records against them, and this season, are we going to see the same records against them?
The pitch will decide. The pitch will decide. So, the better team with flag being on his side will carry the day.
Okay, coach, let's come to your tactical play. I saw you against in Shashaman. Every 5 to 10 minutes, you variate your system. I was like, is the coach trying to frustrate them? Coach, this time around, what tactical changes are we going to see?
Oh, it's football. It depends on the opposition the opponent will give you. So you don't just wake up and start varying your system on the field of play. It depends on the opposition you get on the field of play. When we come, we set our team to play, and we see them that they have antidote of what we are doing. We vary it until the time we can overpower them.
Now, Razak Simpson is not with the team today, and I know your El Capitano, the way he performs, the way he organizes the back with Kofi Mensah. Is it going to have an effect on your team this afternoon?
Oh, a little bit, but we have good replacement for them. You know, definitely your first choice and second choice, there's a little bit difference among them. But I think those who are coming into, it's an opportunity for them to graduate. So I think they are going to play better, and we will just miss them. But they can complement the effort of the rest on the field of play.
Coach, before you take your leave, what encouragement, what kind of motivation? I don't know. You putting something in Chawate. What happened?
That's my job. You get a player from a Division 1 or Division 2, you bring him. The type of training, you will see what he have, what he lack. What he have, you have to polish that side. And what he lack, you have to add it to it for him. So that he become a complete footballer. That's what we are doing over there.
Let me push coach to the wall whether he's going to give me the prediction. Coach, any prediction?
Football is a game of uncertainty, so I don't predict games. That's why I say the better side, with luck being on his side, will win.
So the better side and luck,
yes,
the best team will win.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Coach Mengo Okanse. So we had the coach of Nations FC. I told you tactically, the way he varies his systems. At times I sit down and I ask, the coach has what we call a tactical acumen. Mr. Anand, you had Coach Kasim Mengo.
Coach is every time he's on point, and like he said, he varies his system according to the opposition. Whatever Kotoko will bring to the match today, he will find an antidote and try to stop them and try to find a way to beat them. That is what coaches are meant for, and I believe Coach Ogun also will do the same. But as to whether the players involved in the game will do exactly what the coaches want them to do is what we are yet to see.
Okay, now let's go straight to Kumasi Asante Kotoko. On your screen is their dressing room. So look at Krobia Metema Asante Kotoko with their wonderful colors. This is their dressing room, Phil.
Exactly, and I always say that I like the way this season the teams have branded themselves. Not only branding, but the way they've made the players very happy. Making a player happy in your team is paramount. That shows how you find players playing very well. You were talking about Shawate earlier on. If he is not happy, he would not bring out his best for the team. And I believe the teams are doing so well to help the players as well. They've managed them well. They've managed themselves, the teams, very well this season. You can hardly find problems or something negative to talk about the teams this season.
Okay, so that is the dressing room of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. You can see some of the jerseys. Albert Amoa is back. You can see his jersey, and you can see Justice Blay, Frederick Asari. You can see some of the jerseys. So that is the dressing room of Kumasi, Krobia Metema Asante Kotoko, and the Hope brand. That is how they've branded themselves here. So that is the dressing room of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Still live here at the Leclerc Sports Stadium. And as I told you, the match is live on a Metro Television Network, original TV, AFH Sports channel, GFA app, and Net2 TV. As I told you, my name is Akwesi here. I'm here with Mr. Phil Anai, and we are at the home of GPL, where Ghana Premier League is being made, and the best league I will tell you in Africa now is the Ghana Premier League. So still on Nations FC and Kumasi Asante Kotoko. When we talk about Kotoko, their wins, Nations FC, their wins, this is their 5 wins. They won against Diana Stars away, they won against Dreams FC away, they won home against Vision, they won against Karela away, then they won against Insuatreman. Kumasi Asante Kotoko, their win, they went to Enyinase, no, that is Ali Mahama Park. I'm talking about Karela. Yeah. They won 1-0. They played against Insuatreman, it was 1-0. They won against Accra Lions and they won against Kumasi Samates. So looking at the two teams, their form, let's come to their form now. Yeah. Practically, these two teams, the last time that they met, 2-2. And Nation FC on.
Do not concede too many goals themselves, but they create a lot of chances. Their problem is having somebody to bury the chances that they create. Nations FC themselves have been very solid at the back. They do not give away too many spaces, empty spaces for attackers to fall into. They are very organized at the back, especially the back. So they don't concede too many goals. The goalkeeper itself is very, it helps the team as well. When they play as a unit, when you face a team that plays as a unit, teams are very organized. I like their colors and how they comport themselves anytime you find them. They've done well.
So let's talk about Nations FC. Talking about their 5 away matches that they've played. They've scored 4 goals and they've conceded 2 and they have 3 clean sheets. So Nations FC, they played Diana Stars, they won 2-1. They played against Dreams, it was 1-0. Karela, they won 1. Now then week 10, Young Apostle, it was 0-0. Then Mediama, it was 1-0 in favor of Mediama FC. So looking at their away form and looking at Kumasi Asante Kotoko, because Nations are playing away, Kotoko are playing home. So exactly. Kumasi Asante Kotoko, 5 home matches, 3 wins. Looking at, they won against Insuatreman 1-0. They won against Accra Lions 1-0. Then week 7 against Samates 1-0, but they drew against Young Apostles and lost against Heart of Lions. So Kotoko playing home, looking at their record, then Nations playing away, looking at their record. Is there anything to write home about?
2 teams in this Premier League that they play very similar. It's Pando Heart of Lions and Nations FC. They use the same system, they use the same variation, they have quick attackers as well. And you mentioned earlier, Pando Heart of Lions came here and beat Kumasi Asante Kotoko by a lone goal. That's what Kotoko would have to watch out, because these 2 teams, they are very similar. The time they met, they normally play draws because they play a very similar game. And I expect Kotoko to have worked from their loss against, especially against Pando Heart of Lions, to be able to face Nations FC today, because they are very similar. They play the same system. They have similar abilities of the players that they use to play in Pando Heart of Lions. So I expect Kotoko to have worked on their loss against Heart of Lions to deal with the issues coming today.
So we bring you everything behind the scenes before the match start, and the home arrival. Watch Kumasi Asante Kotoko with their beautiful colors. Look at their bus. Just arriving at the LIGUE Stadium.
You cannot say much about Kotoko because they know the trend. They've been there. When you talk about the times of Herbert Mensah and the rest, they know branding. They know they are very organized. So you cannot say much about Kotoko because they already know it. They've been there. They're a top side. There's nothing negative you can talk about Kotoko except probably on the pitch, which they are facing now. And I believe it's something which comes and goes. I believe coach is experienced enough and he will deal with the issues that he's been faced with. And today, I believe the fans are in their numbers here to watch how coach and the players will deal with the issues that they felt they met weeks ago. So last week that they also lost. I believe today is going to be probably a draw or a win for Kotoko.
So Kotoko, their destiny is in their hands. Either they win or they draw. But let's look at the spectators. I was expecting that the crowd will be here massively, but we are not seeing most of the supporters here. What is the problem?
Najid, you know Kotoko and Hearts of Oak, their fans are very emotional. These are two teams that the biggest teams in Ghana as we speak. They have they are the fattest following. And when things do not go right, during the early part of the season, you felt it. You realized how Accra Hearts of Oak fans were on the team. When they lost the first two games, they were at it. They were everywhere, making sure that the players were on their toes. The coach did whatever he would do. And since then, you saw a bit of consistency in the team. And as we speak right now, they have improved, especially in defense for Accra Hearts of Oak. And that is what Kotoko fans are also doing to the team. They want to make sure the coach and the players are up and doing and performs. Make sure they are up where they belong.
So that is on your screen. Is the home team Nations FC arriving from Ghanaekosen with their bars, wonderful colors as you can see on your screen. So Nations FC last week Sunday were there, but they are here today at the Obuasi LIGUE Sports Stadium. So that is the arrival of the away team. Look at the confidence on their faces.
Nations, like I said, they because of their performance on the pitch, the way the management have managed the team very well. There's no way a player from the nations team would be probably feel jittery or in a way when you want to make him feel like he is not welcomed anywhere. Wherever they go, they have that confidence because they know what they are about. They are managed very well. They play very well. They know what they are. When it's time, when it's 3 o'clock and they walk out of the tunnel, they know what they are, especially what they are supposed to do on the pitch. They come here, they want to execute what they have been told to do. And that is Nations FC. They've done that throughout the season. That they played 11 games. They've just lost one when they went to the TNA Sports Stadium and met Mediama. Mediama is no pushovers. We know that. So losing 1-0 to Mediama is no news. We believe that the main job was after that match, how they've held themselves. They beat Vision FC at home by 3-0. After that game, they've also beaten Nswatreman 3-0. That tells you that they have the firepower up front, that they can score more goals. That is what Kotoko would have to work on because they would definitely come at Kotoko.
So we come to the individual players and look at the tactics from the two coaches. But don't forget, Coach Kasim Mingo said something. He said that Nations FC this season they are going to win the Ghana Premier League and they are also going to win the FA Cup. So that is a promise that Coach Kasim Mingo has promised his fans and spectators. So let's see whether they are going to win the GPL and the FA Cup for Dr. Kwame only time will tell. Now, quickly, I'll go over the squad for the two teams. We will look at officiating so far in the Ghana Premier League. Then we will look at tactically what the two coaches brings on board. Now, for Kumase Asante Kotoko, who are playing as the away side, Mohamed Kamara will be in post. We have Onel Dagwani Samba. We have Saka Dawoda, Michael Che Jamena, Elvis Che Bafo, Henry Kwame Ansu, Patrick Esiedu, Baba Yaya, Joseph Ablo, Lord Amwa, Andrews Intim Manu. So these are the guys who are going to do battle for Kumase Asante Kotoko, and for Nations FC, those who have gracefully going to be invited on the pitch for Nations. We have Robin Oxman Sano, we have Nafiu Sule Mana, we have Boris Jigoni, we have Michael Abrokwa, Raymond Oko Grepman, Sadiq Alhassan, Abdul Karim, Samuel Osai Ekofo, Emmanuel Buahin, Fesa Chawote, the talisman, the goal scorer, the leading goal scorer in the GPL. And now then we have Prince Badu completing the list for Nations FC. The center man for this afternoon's match is Vomawo George Mauli. First assistant is Esau Henry. Second assistant is Alugwami Michael. Then the fourth official is Misbah Mohammed. Now, the match commissioner for this afternoon is referee retired CM Achacha. So, Phil, these are the guys who are going to do battles for both Kumasi Asante Kotoko, then Nations FC. Let's look at the individual players, their brilliancy, and what they bring on board.
I would say two players that both sides would definitely miss in this game are Razak Simpson and then Emmanuel Entry. Both from Emmanuel Entry from Kotoko, who is an attacker. He's created so many chances for Kotoko. They will definitely miss his services today. As for Razak Simpson, I believe everybody knows what he's done, what he's been able to do for Nations FC. His absence will definitely be felt in this game. But they have equally able defenders that can also walk in as he is not in the team today. That would also perform very well at the back. At the back, they have Nations FC, they have Osei Kufuor, they have Amankwa, and then they have this third centre back as well, making they are very solid. Abrokwa is the name. They are very solid at the back, very tall, very aggressive, and controls the ball very well. Normally, when you can find centre backs that they are very tall and very aggressive, very physical, but cannot control the ball. Believe you me, these boys, they can control the ball, they can dribble players, even in defense. They are very composed at the back, and they have held their own at the back against any other team that they have faced. So I believe they are going to be the pillar at the back for Nations FC. In attack, you already know Chawote and Biboris, who are Biboris has only scored one goal, but Chawote is the leading top scorer for in the Premier League,
with
seven goals. So I believe he is definitely a threat. And the way he plays, you would never know where he would be at a certain point in time. You will find him in midfield. The next time you see him on the left wing, because they play they play wing backs. You will definitely find him during attacks. You find him on the wing, on the left wing most of the time. Sometimes you find him centrally, just in front of the goalpost, and you do not know what he is capable of. I like how he is quick. He knows, he knows, I don't know, but I believe they know his strengths.
Because when you look at the telepathy between them.
Exactly.
Very, very wonderful. The cohesiveness. They move together.
They move together. And the next time you see Biboris in central position, you will find Chawote behind him. The next minute you find Chawote drifting wide to the left. Most of the time you see him drifting wide to the left. And you see Biboris moving to the right. And then you see other players, especially Prince. He also moves centrally into the box. So you cannot tell where he would be at any point in time. The only thing you have to do is to defend, because you don't know what he is capable of. And today, probably last week, you interviewed him. He was like, he is definitely going to take the goal king this season. And I believe he knows what he's doing. He knows how he will get his goals. Kotoko would have to be wary of that chap.
So that is Faisal Chawote, the boy from Akache that Kasim Mengo is making a name out of him now. So he'll be leading the attack for a Nations FC. But let's look at tactically the two coaches. They are playing 3-5-2. Now you know the 3-5-2 system just to have another advantage or another man in midfield just to boot your system. But the 3-5-2 system, let's look like the two coaches. Do you think that they are going to play to the team of to the other, or maybe the first 5 or 10 minutes there will be variations?
Kotoko would definitely start with a 4-4-2 system.
Okay.
Because to me, I believe the strength of Nations FC is too much for Kotoko for them to play the same system with them. They will be beaten. They would have to resort to the 4-4-2 system and to try to keep the wing backs at bay. That is how they would be able to stop them and use long balls. Use the wings most of the time, because what I see is that most of the time when the Nations FC defenders are faced with crosses from the wings, they either make mistakes, but there's always one man lacking to clear whatever mess there is.
Okay.
Yes, that is what has kept them going this strong, not conceding too many goals. But Kotoko would have to use the wings and to push at least 3 men into the box anytime they send balls into the box.
Okay, so that is what Phil is saying. So the 3-5-2 against the 4-4-2 system. So which coach is going to carry the day here at the LIGUE Sports Stadium? As I told you, it will be live on Metro TV, live on Original TV, as well as Alpha Sports channel. It will be live on Net2 TV. When you go to the GFA app, it will be live there. So on Facebook, it's AFA Sports _GH. It will be live. Then Play XRX. That one too, it will be live there. So as I told you, I'm here with Mr. Fuana. My name is Akwesi Jr. We are bringing you the best of sports from LIGUE Sports Stadium, and it is the Ghana Premier League match day 11. Let's shift our attention before we come back to Kotoko's match. Accra Folk now in Karela. Let's talk about that match before we end with Kotoko's match.
Hearts of Oak trend for some time has been, if they don't get a win, they make sure they don't concede or they get a draw. So I believe that is the same terrain Ouattara will use when he travels out. Karela, I believe, are also dominant and would probably, they know the strength of Hearts of Oak. They know Hearts of Oak are also in a good shape. So they will try as much as possible to break the defense of Hearts of Oak. Hearts of Oak are missing the services of certain key players that were injured last week against Vision. Vision were very strong, very aggressive on them last week, but Hearts were able to take the 3 points from them. They lost certain players. I don't know whether they are fit enough to play the match today, but they are all defenders. Emmanuel Befi, Amankwa as well, and then Amofa had a back injury. I don't know whether he will be able to play the game today, but I believe Hearts of Oak has able replacements as well that can also walk into the team and play like the injured players as well. They would have to definitely, if they want to keep up the recent form and the way they are going, they would have to at least, if going out there is difficult, they would have to at least nick a point out there and send it to Accra.
So Karela will be playing against Accra, so folks. So you know some of the chases are happening at other centers, and I told you we are bringing you the live match from LIGUE Sports Stadium. It is Kumasi Asante Kotoko who are playing against Nations FC. We are talking about individual players. Baba Yaya will be starting for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Albert Amwa, the second leading goal scorer, will not be starting because he's just coming from injury. Is it going to have an impact? Is it going to have an effect on the setup of Kotoko?
Definitely would have a problem, because your leading striker, who knows how he does it, is not in the team. And like I said, Kotoko does well with the chance creation. They are always on point. You'll find them sending balls to players to shoot, but then I don't know what the problem is, but I know they are working on it. One other issue that I would mention about Kotoko is after Frederick Asari conceding that 2 goals against Lagos Cities. They've not used him.
Yeah, now they're using Kamara, Mohamed Kamara.
Yes, and Kamara is also conceding goals. A goalkeeper which you started the season that kept setting clean sheets for you, helped you to win games, and because of Lagos City's conceding, probably he made mistakes that I didn't see.
Because they were saying that the anticipation was wrong. How he moved, where his position, everything was wrong.
Yes, I do understand. Such things do happen in a game. But you do not send or you do not bench certain experienced goalkeepers in. You just talk to him. You make him aware of his mistakes and let him work on it. But benching him and bringing a new goalkeeper who probably you are also trying and you want to throw your weight behind, it's not helping. In the 2 games that he was imposed for Kotoko, he lost those 2 games. So did they go or did they come? I believe that they would have to speak with Asari for him to grow his confidence again and put him back in post. I believe he's a very lovely chap. He is very good as well. These things do happen. It's football. These things do happen. So they would need to reconsider because I have faith in that boy. I know he will do well.
So Phil, let's look at officiating so far. Match day 10. We are now moving match day 11 now. Yes. After match day 10, the referees have shown almost 300 and something yellow cards. We have 14 red cards. Let's look at officiating so far and let's look at those who will be officiating this afternoon. Referee George Maulu Vemawo, then Issa Harry, Michael Alugumi, Misbah Mohammed, and the match commissioner Christian Achacha. So let's look at performance of officiating.
Referees in the Premier League, I would give 85% to, totally, because you only have issues with some of the referees when they are refereeing in big matches, like a game today. You definitely find the fans arguing with referee, trying to shout out because they are not okay with probably the referee's decision. The referee is always closer to the ball than you, the fans, than even us that we cover the matches. So I believe, and most of the time we have the chance to even review the matches through replays, and we can tell that most of their decisions has been spot on. But you find fans definitely shouting out insults and all that just because their teams are not performing. Accra Hearts of Oak, when they lost against Gold Stars, they had similar issues that they could have even come into the game. They did not do well. The fans were on the referee and all that, but the referee was on point. To me, it was a fantastic game.
Okay, so live here at the LIGUE Sports Stadium, it is Nations FC Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and it is going to be an interesting, entertaining, fantastic match this afternoon here at the LIGUE Sports Stadium. You know, Kumasi Asante Kotoko, they have adopted the LIGUE Sports Stadium as their home venue now. So they are playing all their home matches here at the LIGUE Sports Stadium. In just a JF, we'll be going to commentary position. Prediction, Phil? What the way you said home?
I normally don't predict during the start of the games, but I would probably do that at halftime. I promise you that.
Okay, first said he's going to do that probably at halftime. It's here at the LIGUE Sports Stadium, Kumasi Asante Kotoko, who are playing against Nations FC. Playing against Nations FC. The match is live on Metro Television, live on Original TV, live on AFA Sports Channel, live on Net2 TV, on GFA app. The match is live there. Once again, my name is Nana Akwasi Ajima Prempe Jr. Phil was here with me. We are going straight to commentary position. Halftime, we'll be here for another discussion. So, if you are ready, Victor, take over with Phil.
Good afternoon, everyone. That is a beautiful area shot of the Brazilian Clay Sports Stadium. As the two teams get battle ready. Nice area shot, isn't it? Nations fans out here in their numbers, but certainly they will be in the less majority, knowing well that Kotoko is playing home. The two teams battle ready in the tunnel. It's a top Ashanti region derby. Now the cascading effect for Ashanti Kotoko fans to lose to teams that were considered a bit inferior to them in terms of player quality and their pedigree in the Ghana Premier League. And it's quite disheartening, putting into perspective the last three results. All of that behind for now. The big question is, can the Porcupine Warriors topple their opponent, Nation FC, and get a sweet revenge? Or will Nation FC hit back for the second time at the 25-time Ghana Premier League champions? Well, beating them, same applies to the Nation FC's keeper, Razak Simpson. What a performance against Angola. It will wonder. And it means that we'll see different faces. And here's the Nations team. The former great Olympics man, Oko great man, coming in place of Razak Simpson, as well as Boahini Emmanuel coming in place of Richard Beku, who will be starting on the bench into this game. For Asante Kotoko, Emmanuel Entry have been replaced by Dramina, and hope to see what he brings on to the fore. The former University of Cape Coast captain also played a bit with Wafa. Now that's Sam Bownell. He will be the captain. Whilst Frederick Kasari will not be starting between the two sticks. And also because Razak Simpson is absent, it is going to be the big man himself, Robin Sonon, who have been handed the captain's armband into this game. Now the experienced Votmawa Mauli will be the center referee for this afternoon's game. And he'll be assisted by Esau Henry. Assistant referee 2 is going to be Michael Alugumi, whilst Misbah Mohammed will be the fourth official. Match commissioner is Christian Achacha. And we're looking set to roll the dice from here. But a big talking point ahead of today's game is Faisal Chawate. He's been in a very, very incredible form, scoring 7 goals already, leading the goal scoring chart after finding 2 against Instructryman at the Dr. Chase Sports Complex last weekend. But unfortunately for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, their target man, Abed Amwa, will be coming from the bench. There's been a lot of talk about this man, Dr. Prosper Gum. He's come under heavy scrutiny after losing 3 times on the road. And most of the fans feel that he should be given a match in order. But again, Asante Kotoko's owner, Katumfo, let's give him a bit of time to see what he can do with his quality side. In terms of player quality, you cannot question the credibility of this Porcupine Warrior team. We'll get to see the starting lineup. But here's Coach Kasim Mingo. Another very experienced gaffer. Knows very well what it means to play against Kumasi Asante Kotoko. And a Guinean, Mohamed Kamara. He is conceded in the last 2 games. He is featured for Asante Kotoko. And we're hoping to keep it clean. So there we go for the first 45 minutes here at the Boise Lane Clay Sports Stadium. My name is Scott Vector, and alongside me in commentary position is Phil Annan. Well, yes, Nations trying to push forward. Well, quickly. And that'll be the first attempt. Certainly a goal kick picked up by the big man, Kamara. And that was a sweet attempt, isn't it? From Buahini. He was coming for Richard Beko. It's brought up front once again, but there's a bit of clash with 2 players going to the ground. That's Babayaya, who stays on the turf. Looks to be Suleiman Husseini, who seems to be in a bit of trouble as well. He's been a very enterprising player to watch. I've already gotten his name on the score sheet a few times already. It was right at the money in the 44th set. Prince Bedu. And that is a red alert. Now we've got a very physical game at hand. And the game, now 2 teams are not going to be retracting at all. As the medical team attend to them. But just look at the challenge between these 2 players. That's a bit crazy, isn't it?
It's a very aggressive attack, a very aggressive challenge. And like you said, it's going to be a very physical battle between these 2 teams.
Well, yes, Kotoko starting from the right-hand side once again. He'll have to come for it. Yes, but that's a first attempt for Kotoko, and it's well parried. And it's well taken care of by Robinson on.
Exactly what we anticipated. Kotoko would have to be using the wings if they really want to score goals in this game.
Now it's a quick impact from Babayaya with a lovely header straight into the waiting arms of Robin Sadon. And already Kotoko are beginning to show why they will need some sort of point from today's game. Here's Bedu, we play down front. And straight into Kotoko's player. Sambawonel fails to get it. He's hit onto the far side for Chawate. Wasting a bit of time, but managed to buy a bit of space and found Suleimana. And it's back to Brokwa. And still try to come forward. Nations really enjoying possession at the moment. And it's the man in the third shot who push it away. Gripman. A lot of twisting and turning, and again Kamara is at the right place. And it's coming off the big man himself, Buahini once again.
Both teams will definitely use the wings to send balls into the box. And that is what both teams' defenders would have to work on. And they would have to be on their toes in this game.
Yeah, okay.
And it's back to Nations half. It's pushed up by Robin. To nobody in particular. And that'll be a trade advantage already to the Porcupine Warriors. And quickly taking it up front. That's Jay. Oh, there seems to be a struggle on the far side between himself and Suleimana. Yeah, it comes into the middle. It's a big push from behind. But Pete Morris, that going international. Finds Chawate ample space. Has got upload to it. Arriving is Buahini, sensing the killer. And they stayed out, but he stays with Nation, causing a bit of panic in Kotoko's penalty area.
Nations FC will definitely be controlling the game in and around the box of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. The defenders of Kotoko would have to be up and doing.
That's another man on the ground at the moment for the Porcupine Warriors. And it's Babayaya once again. Who goes to the ground. It's beginning to be a bit worrisome for the Porcupine bench with the quality of players they got. You know, Eddie Babayaya has gone down for the second time under 4 minutes.
The confidence of the nation's players is something to talk about. They are so confident they can even control the game in the box of Kotoko. And Kotoko would have to be up and doing, especially the defenders. Nations FC are no pushovers. They control the game and they will bring the game into your box. Kotoko would have to be up and doing.
Here's Kamara, that's a long way back front. And you know he's looking for the likes of Saka, Dauda, and Che. And the big question is, can he find him? Here's Samba. Sending it up front. Here's Samba again. It's brought by Timenu. And here's Zablo receiving it from Ansu. It's been end-to-end stuff already between these two teams. And Speedball is coming in. And it's now tuned to the favorite foot of Abrokwa, Suleimana. That's Karim. That's brilliant play. Trying to get into the middle. Boris gives away possession to Asante Kotoko. And that's a very silly touch on his marker. And Kotoko have gotten the advantage. Deep in the own half. Quickly taken. Yes, O'Neill trying to walk forward with it from the left-hand side. It's back to Ablo. And he's lifted deep inside once again. As Kotoko chasing it. Babayaya, but comes off somebody. And that's a good great man. And here is he once again with possession. Big Boris chasing that one from the far side, but it's been well taken care of by Ansu. But Big Boris wins it, takes it back. Suleimana. It's 2 on 3. And it's corner kick for Nations.
Nations are very confident on the ball. They are controlling the game and pushing Kotoko players, pinning them into their own half. Kotoko would have to do better.
And it's been quickly taken from the left-hand side. That's another lovely cow brought in, and again fails to beat it. And Kotoko beginning to move dangerously in the own half.
That was a fantastic cross into the box. Unfortunately, he couldn't get the direction. But that was a brilliant play by Nations FC.
That's Ablo Kamara now with possession. Trying to scan up front to see who he can deliver. It's a long one too. Decides to go long on the left-hand side, looking for Baba. And when I pick Samba. And it's back to Rabin. Now it's Gripman. Beidou. It's back to Rabin. There's Beidou. There's been a lot of midfield action. Samba picks it. There's Kimara. There's Samba, lovely lift up front. And this pick is target man he was looking to pick. Sedu once again couldn't really walk around that Nations defense. He's drifted across to the far right hand side by Samba now. Picks his colleague. Has to be Lord Amwa. in Team Menu. Giving a bit of hot chance by Abdul Kareem. An advantage will stay with the home team.
Nations FC are too confident. They do not even balloon the ball under pressure. And that tells you how confident they are. They are playing as if they are the home team. And Kotoko would have to do more to be able to break their defense, because they are very compact, very well drilled, and they are controlling the game.
Wallace free kick for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. 10 minutes already played, and it's still battling between these two teams. And it's back by Aya and in Team Menu. Looks to be in Team Menu's shots, and comes off the woodwork. Here's Samba, turns it into and so lifted deep, and it's picked by Robin. It's been a quick action, very swift between the two teams. Now Sabrapa, and it's brought back again. Robin coming out of his own area, but needs to be careful as Kotoko is trying to approach the defensive area. That's driving out, but you can see the fury on the faces of the Kotoko players. Vokma Wamaoli with the way still.
I believe the fans are not happy with the call of the referee. And it's a head injury actually. That is why the referee had to stop the play. The fans felt that they were on the attack to even try to score. That was why they started shouting at the referee.
No, certainly that was a big touch from behind. Buying a bit of time to see if they can stay intact in this game. Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and if they lifted their game in the last 10 minutes. Looking a bit threatening, even without the big batsman up to one. The next is Abdul very resolute without their captain, Razak Simpson. As it usually stopped. Samba now taking it quickly. Nice Jay. He's got to be very busy. Oh, there's that inside. That's Jay. And the money in the 19th century trying to run with it. Yeah. Let's go that one. We're trying to find a bit of space in Nations half. Very physical game, I must say. From both ends of the field.
Very physical. Both teams are very aggressive in this game, and I believe we're going to see more of that.
Now Saka in your shots. Soko Gripman gets ready to whip it up front. It's a long drive into Kotoko's territory, and they'll need to really stand their ground. Now Shay having finally, there's a team instead, looking for a bit of space, hit it to the right hand side. So that's a lovely touch. And there they'll go again on that trajectory. Lovely play. Lovely back flick as well. Here they go, Lord Albert trying to run into that channel, but it's been well taken care of. Suleimana not the right place to stop him. That's clever stuff coming in from Nation FC. But what's around down that channel by Kotoko's player. Back by Aya. That's a clear corner kick. The big advantage. And Kotoko could be pushing a lot of bodies up front to see if they can cause a bit of stir in this area. Back by Aya. Delivers one again and lose everybody. It's out. Even beyond the bar line. And it will be a goal kick. You can see the facial expression of Captain Samba O'Neill. He's business minded. But here was the delivery a few seconds ago. It was a lovely whip up front. It was back into the middle, but it would have to be dealt with by Asiru. Great man. Here's Karim. That's a very strong challenge coming in from Patrick Asiedo, who's falling very deep to help with defensive duties. And being a corporate. But some beautiful faces on the screen from Obuasi. As Kotoko gets ready to defend that one. Here was the incident. It was a big push. The Nations will try to have a very big attempt at goal. And Kotoko will keep it. Their taps on. Faisal Chawate as Nafiu Suleiman gets ready to take it. It's a short one taken. Abrakwa decides to go for a grass cut. Oh my goodness. But great man failed to watch it. And Kamara picks it. Not a bad idea from the centre back. He was trying to outsmart Kotoko's defensive line. Now this man, Kamara, really keeping his eyes stuck onto the ball, picking it to avert every danger. Samba turns it into the middle, but gives it away to Chawate. The Nations will pro for it. And it's cleared. It's back to those inner threats. Looking for space, Lord Amwa. Here's Che. Here's Papayaya. Chipped it over, but again, the big man helped me well. Watched Dauda Saka. He's going to have a real match in this afternoon's fixture. Coming back against that very steadfast Nations backline of a cycle for the co-great man and Abrakwa. Your scores are fancier for you, really enjoying the game, but most of them being Kotoko fans. Waiting for a taste of victory after 270 minutes of footless football. There's a strong header coming in. Alassane. And it's whipped up from by Kamara. Finds Dramina. A lovely idea from Asiru, but it breaks down. It's a bold play. Still running through that channel. Boahini gives the ball away. Just Dramina hits it. Looking for Che, but Che is brought down. And once again, referee from Omoli got it very right with that touch. An experienced Kotoko player. Just brought to the left-hand side for the big captain. We'll work with it. Saka picks it, but he's got a man standing on him, and certainly that's a lovely idea. Carry brought across, who is in? Nobody. Saka picks it on the edge, turns it for dropping up, twisting and turning. Yes, in team menu. Well, the Westall is already up, at least Nation surviving another dangerous attack from the Porcupine Warriors. It'd be crazy 90 minutes of football from these two sides. Nobody is willing to sit back. You're really all pouring out in terms of attacking options. Yes, beat Police, and as the first hit up goal from the Ivorian international, and is picked by Kamara. Yes, danger lacking. Saka. Babaya took his eyes off the ball for a moment by managing to keep it. Saka once again. The referee allowing play. This could be long hit. And it's blocked. Asiedo's kick. Abrakwa whips it up front. Suleimana, he's got Tawate ahead of him, as well as Big Boris. He couldn't pick any of them. And there's a bit of emergency. Looks to be a grip man who stays on the ground. Just look at that change. That is a bit hot, isn't it? From Suleimana. And the second one. That was a long drive. Saka is getting his foot onto the head of Racing's right back. And he must be in a very big trouble. But here's Kasim Mingo talking to Karim. And their fans really doing less of numbers. They've kept their drumming and their singing coming in the last 21 minutes. Now let's edging their side on. And their flag is just flying high. The white and blue in the stands. And what a beauty to see these young ones hoisting it. There was that earlier crossing coming from a good grip man, with Nation nearly registering the first goal of this encounter. Yes, Nations once again will have to come forward. His head onto the left hand side. That's a beautiful work of art. Al-Hassan. And he's dropping to the middle now. He's coming forward. It's Kotoko. And it's Patrick Asiero. Lovely hits again. It's Rapin who is out to pick it. Saw the danger that was approaching from Saka. That's a big foul on Babayaya from the left hand side. A diminutive attacker. And that'll be the first yellow card of this encounter. And they need to be careful with this man. He's got a bit of tricky under his belt. His movement quite dangerous and very agile on the time. He's running up front. It means the likes of Beidou, Al-Hassan, Bohinik needs to be on the outlook for him. Formerly played for Ken Faisal, Babayaya. And here they'll concede a free kick. As Patrick Asiero goes behind it. Kotoko try to wait the first one. They said that he stays within. He's turned out and the final hit. Absolutely. The big one coming from Samba Wanel. Failing to tame his shots to find the accuracy it needs. Oh, that was a delivery earlier on. At least the scrapple for the ball within Nation's 18-yard. And the defender just blasting it wide. That's been interesting stuff. Hot exchange between these two teams. There's a confirmation of Bohini's yellow card as they come for it. That's a lovely hit there. And it's picked by Kamara. You don't give that man a lot of space to operate in. Already with 7 goals. He's been on goal scoring spree in the last 4 matches. Abrakwa once again looking for Charlotte. Picks him. Trying to drop into the box. But picks Karim. Bohini. He's drove inside and is headed away by Samba. Here's Jamina. Yeah. He's inviting his colleague into the fray. Also stripped it to find Saka. Here's Karim. Abrakwa. This is having a lot of exchanges in Kotoko's territory. Karim out the right place. It could be go along. Captain. The best of decision, but they managed to keep possession, trying to draw the Porcupine Warriors players out of their defensive shell. Bohini's Kala into the balls, absolutely very poor one. Yeah, got it away. That's the last set. Back to Bohini. Last time drift it to the left hand side. Big boys giving a real chase on the edge of Kotoko. That is a lovely shot coming in, but certainly over ambitious. That his bench loves it. It's a daring effort. Here's Joseph Ablo. Koko Gripman, Foundation, whips it up front. And that should be out for a twin advantage. And he will leave it. And Bohini will pick it up. But just look at his drive. Oh, certainly a big kick. Hitting it into the sky. Kotoko pouring out once again in Nation's half. A strong challenge from behind. On Che. Dr. Nate Prosper Ogum up on his feet as Samba O'Neill hacks onto it on the left hand side. And the flag is already up again, and Kotoko a bit disappointed with that call from the referee. You can see the flag was already up once he tried to run into the channel. It's a big challenge from behind. And it's Ansu who's been a culprit. And Suleimana complaining bitterly. I'm saying that's a third time they've been able to bring down the big man, Faisal Chaute, and certainly the start boy of this nation side. And you can understand why all his colleagues are trying to protect him. Yes, the last hand, Abrakwa. Has to be a big hit into Kotoko's half. Picked by Bohini. That's a lovely idea. Then Kotoko needs to be careful. He's brought in looking for big boys. Could not pick him. Pick Abrakwa. Karim is on a standby. Koko Gripman. Bohini. That's a lovely 1-2 work. Finds Bohini once again. Lifting it deep inside. Then Kamara needs to be careful. That's a bit dangerous. Oh, he's in! He's in! His Nations win the first goal. And Gasu is Chawate. The Kingpin have just broke the heart of the Porcupine Warriors. And the face of Prosper Natal goal tells it. Kamara cannot believe it. And the fans in the stands cannot have their joy. You can't understand, you can't say it. It's a darling boy that have struck them into the lead. And Obuasi is certainly on the tenterhooks. As Joseph Ablo stays on the ground. Well, let's watch it well. Who's got in a goal? Here was Suleimana. Let's watch it. Let's not credit anybody's goal. It's rather Suleiman Nafiu instead. Who's got in a goal against Kotoko. Oh, that's a lovely hit from Suleimana, 25 years of age. I've played a couple of games for the Nations this season. And already is getting his third goal of the season. Scored against Dreams FC. Did some against Adriana. And he has delivered a scintillating one against the Porcupine Warriors. Each perfect, well taken. And Kamara fails to hit it out. Is Kotoko 0, Nations 1. And Suleimana, after scoring that goal, will get into the book of the referee. A 32-minute played, and the atmosphere is absolutely charged here. That was a very scrappy moment. Now Saka. That's Jamina. He's got a bit of support system in Team Menu. Looking for Patrick Asiedu. But a big question it. Has he picked him? Picked him is turning. And it's a wasted effort into the channel. That's Patrick Asiedu in your shot. But this man, Kasim Engel, enjoying his lead at the moment against the favorite. Here the poor forward, Sambon now, free kick to Asante Kotoko. You can see they are in a bit of haste to hit it. Here's Kamara. What an interesting stuff is that Nations have won their last 3 games without conceding, and Kotoko need to at least watch that in this fixture. On here to be quickly taking Boahini. There's Che. Sambawanel brings it up front, and as the Porcupines are trying to size this net inside, but there's a bit of danger coming in, and they need to be careful. Kamara picks it. Sambawanel a bit busy this afternoon with his runs deep out of his defensive line. Patrick Asiedu trying to pick Yaya. Back to Asiedu, whipped it up front. Yes, in Team Menu. Giving a bit of activity. And struggling to find that space to hit the ball through. But they managed to do that. Asiedu turns it in. And Oko Gripman hits it into the arms of his goalkeeper. Rabin Salon once again. And the scam that have been restored at Nations penalty area. Yeah, giving him a bit boring, Ivorian, but he fails to keep his eyes onto the ball. And Kotoko poor for it. Jamina, lovely way to steal himself out of that danger. Saka Papaya, oh my goodness, is lifted over. And they would have to wait for another glorious opportunity to see if they can come back into this game. Lovely stroke it onto his path, but again, he fails to get behind the ball well. Saka, I'm sure, was thinking he was being the target, but Baba decided to go wrong from that acute area. You can see a bit of challenge, and these players need to be a bit disciplined. Team, and I guess that'll be Alassane, Sadiq Alassane. That certainly is him. Intercepted with that touch on him from Intimino. We'll keep you updated on what is happening outside the match sentence, but here Kotoko would have to defend again. Lovely touch. And there's nobody in red to receive it. It's a poor way by the speak by Yaya, coming forward with it. Here's got Saka to his left hand side. Finds him. Oh, lovely idea, Babaya, lovely one too, but again, it's swept off again. Nations, really clever in their own territory. Given with the presence of their talisman, Razak Simpson. Well, seems to be the orchestrator. He has been a talk of town, especially with that scintillating performance against Angola. And I'm sure he'll be watching on the screens how his side is faring against the 25-time Ghana Premier League champions this afternoon. It was a lovely attempt, but it's well picked up by Rabin Sanon, and that was Heriansu coming with that lovely effort. Well, interestingly, Kotoko's arch rivals, Hasselhoff, have just taken the lead against Karela United. And guess who is the man who pushed them into the lead? It's Hamza Issa. Well, it's a sweet story in Tamale, but in Obuasi, it's not the best of story for Kotoko as they check this game. Kamara out of his own line, coming to meet the ball. He on his 18-yard. Here's Joseph Ablo. And so with a long way on the right-hand side. Lord Amwa brings it back to Yaya. It's cut into the channel, but it's well dealt with. You must confess, Nations have been near perfect at the back this afternoon. As we approach the 40th minute mark in this encounter, it's Suleiman Nafiu's goal that separates these two sides. It's a big throw in. Che looking for Saka. He's touched. Referee says that's a bit feeble. And then she will bring it out. That's someone else. With a touch on his marker from behind, and that's another infringement that will be taken against Kotoko. And there looks to be a bit of hot exchange between Dr. Prosper Nate Ogum and the fourth official. It's Pa Mohammed, but this was an incident. I feel there was a touch, but this was a bit weak. Is to, of course, any trouble. The nations have been served with a free kick on the right hand side. It's cleared it. Chawate giving a bit of hell on the far side by Sambonel. Sambonel wins the challenge. He's just a bit focused, not interested in any of activity of Chawate. Yes, Babaya love to work his way out. His brother cross was there to connect on. If they fail to pick any points on their own backyard. It's a lovely whip. Wahine been searched for, and he picks it with ease. A lovely way to break away from his marker. On the best of play. Kamara pushes it out. Here's O'Neill. In team. O'Neill once again. Asiedu. In team Menu. A lovely drive, and again it was looking for Patrick Casado, but he arrives a third late, and the part behind the ball just too much for the left winger to hatch on to and see if he can do anything positive with it. Now that's Vische, who is with an elbow challenge. That looks to be a court grip map. Who's come under that heavy scrutiny once again from the Kotoko man. And he's done so well since replacing Razak Simpson. A cool grip man. Well, let's see if got the qualities in it. And he has shown class this afternoon. Yes, he's not really missing their star man against a wounded Asante Kotoko. That's another lovely effort up front, but nobody in particular is picked by Rabin Sanon. 44 minutes. As we approach there for the 45th minute mark. And Kotoko are trailing as Nation leads with confidence Inobuasi. That's Babaya limping a bit. But here was the challenge. Rushing into his man. Well, 2 minutes of additional time, and Kotoko would have to stay intact. And we'll see if they can find equalizer. He's pushed up front, but again, that's a very wasted effort from Patrick Asiedo. Not the best of delivery. Really struggling to connect to each other in the final third of the pitch. And that must be a bit worrisome for Coach Prosperity Ogun. That's another lovely chase, and that looks to be Saka on it. Trying to drift onto the edge of the 18-yard, bring it in. Che, and it's cleared away. Looking for big boys. Says on the ground after that challenge. Into Meno. Lord Amwa. Yes, yeah. This could be a long drive. Oh my goodness, oh, that's a lovely shot coming in from the former Confessor man. And Robin Sanon definitely have felt the hit of that. Switch drive with a lot of stinger. And he stays on the ground. Well, just look at it. But got another room to hit it. Comes over the woodwork. And this is just fortunate on that occasion not to have conceded. From that very shows it. And he stays on the ground. As we've already cleared the 2 minutes of further time. But that's Big Boris, Ivorian International, getting his first goal for Nations against the Swaziland this season. And really knocking the door off the Porcupine Warriors for a second of the season after joining them. He's been frustrated at a bit. Oh, just look at it. It's a bit clumsy. You see he's walked off. That's a long drive up front. Here's Saka and Brakwa giving him a bit of hits, wins it. And it's Ring will be quickly taken. Ansu. Lord Amwa back to Ansu again at the right hand side. Onto the path of Samba now. I'm just wondering what is happening. What side faces here? You can suspect there's a Kotoko fans. Maybe they would have to wait for the next half to see if their team have got anything to offer as far as this game is concerned. On the best of touch. That's Shawatan! Machine! Out by 2 goals to now at the Boston Lankley Sports Stadium. And he's the former Akachi Osterman who's really shook himself once again. Inobuasi and Kotoko are limping inbounds as Nation leads for the second time in this period. Eight times he has found the back of the net. And it's just becoming crazy scenes. Tensious moment. But how on earth did Kamara give out that ball to this diminutive striker? You just look at it. Not the best of first touch from the shortstopper. Charlie a bit quick, picks it, and he hits to find his team's second of the afternoon. That's good formation on the scoreline for you. And this could be the final touch of the half, I guess. Well, that ends it. What a half we've had. Kotoko wanted to run quickly to the dressing room, at least to address a few challenges. Was the star boy have already struck one already? The Nations and their fans are enjoying this moment, even away from their fortress in Abrancasi. Fantastic scenes. Started with prayer and it's ending with prayer. Oh, that was the moment. The moment Mohamed Kamara get that goal on a silver plate for Faisal Charlton to slot home. It's a quick 10 and a quick hit. And it's becoming a bit worrisome for the fans. Cascading effect. And it's becoming a bit of hell. But don't go anywhere. Join us for the second half department of the game. What is half time at the Bustling Clay Sports Stadium is Asante Kotoko 0. Nations FC to join us for the next half.
No, let Gatuso host. Let me analyze. Why Gatuso host? Okay, Martin, let me go. I said, I started the show. So you continue.
Continue the show.
All right, so live from the Bustling Clay Sports Stadium this afternoon. It's been an interesting game. The side Kumasi Asante Kotoko playing at home, and Nations FC. This is a debut in the Ashanti region, and it's been tough for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. And they are down by 2-0. The fans are not happy when after the blast of the whistle for the end of the first half. You can see the supporters of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. They are not happy about their goalkeeper Kamara, and they are complaining a lot. We'll come to that, but let's go into the game. Big game this afternoon at the Bustling Clay Sports Stadium. Like Najid said, he started. Philanan is also here. But Phil, you have a problem with goalkeeper Kamara. What's your take on his performance so far? Kotoko are down by 2-0 in the first half.
Yeah, I made mention before the start of the first half that Kamara doesn't seem confident to me, but I am not a prophet. I know for sure that Frederick Asare is much better than Kamara in post. A lot will say that Asare has carried Kotoko from the start of the season till the day they met Lagos City. And those things do happen. He conceded, unfortunately. He conceded 2 goals.
General, I'm not surprised about the scoreline because when you look at Nations FC, their away record has been really fantastic because at the end of the day, their last match against in Swaziland, they won 3-0. I gave you that history does not play football, but I believe that proud to this match, looking at the records that has happened, I thought that it was going to repeat itself because they beat Bekum Chelsea 3-0 and they met Kumasi Asante Kotoko. They play a 2-2 game, but they won the reverse league. So to me, I was looking at the tactical approach to the game, the two coaches, and to me, Coach Okanse, Mingo Okanse,
Kasim Mingo Okanse.
Yeah, he said I should call him Mingo Okanse because the Okanse is the surname. Yeah. You know, before the match, when I was interviewing him, I asked him, Coach, is it not the mind games that you are trying to play? And he was just smiling. And that was where I saw that there is something in his lips that he wants to release. But Asante Kotoko, I'm surprised. Coach Nate Prosper Ogun, very, very surprised at the first 11 players that came to start this match.
The starting 11?
Frederick Asare, somebody who has been called to the national team. We all know the exploit of Frederick Asare. Just one mistake, you decided, Frederick, you have to be on the bench. And this goalkeeper made the same mistake. This is the 3rd time he's making a mistake, and it has cost Kumasi Asante this season. And it has cost Kumasi Asante Kotoko. So why do you still have that faith in this goalkeeper? So you don't? Are you saying that mistake that we are talking about, Frederick, looking at his position, he didn't get it right. We all saw that. But you should not demoralize him. So to me, it was a wrong choice from Coach Prosper Nate Ogun.
All right, so don't forget, we're live on Metro TV, live on Original TV, live on Alpha TV, live on Ghana, on the Ghana Football Association. This is the home of the Ghana Premier League. Phil, what should we expect from the two managers? Coach Kasim Mingo, he's serious with this particular game. He wants to win, and then he wants to beat Kumasi Asante Kotoko. This is the Asante derby, and it's a big game. It's a tough game. What should we expect from Coach Kasim Mingo in the second half, as well as Dr. Prosper Nate Ogun for Kumasi Asante Kotoko?
I would say for Kotoko, I don't see any problem with the team. The creativity in the Kotoko team is immense. The only problem I see with Kotoko in general is their goal scoring. But in this game, they would have to change the goalkeeper first, because conceding 2 goals in the first half, he's already down in confidence. In the second half, he has to be taken out for either Frederick to come in or whichever goalkeeper to come in. Then you can pick up the pace from there. But the attack of Kotoko, they are doing well. They only need to connect for the goals. They are doing everything right. To me, I believe they are playing very well. They only need to score goals. But the back as well, they are joining attack, which is creating space for Nations FC. and they will definitely capitalize. You know how they play. They play normally when you attack them with force. They will play the low block, but then they will find they will use Chawate and then this chap to create
Suleiman.
Exactly.
All right.
To create overload.
Okay, so let's talk about these two chaps. They've scored 2 goals against Kumasi Asante Kotoko at the Obuasi Lenklin Sports Stadium. Chawate is on fire. He told me last week at our Brankesi that he is going to win the top scorer this season and the man of the match against Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and he scored this afternoon. Najee.
Yeah, he's a man of his own words, and I can tell you that Chawate proud to this match. We were talking about him. We saw him when he scored that brace, and I even got a bit of furious when he was substituted, because I knew that if he was in the game, he was going to at least have a hat trick. Yeah, but you know what happened was I thought that he pulled a hamstring, so the coach decided to change him. To me, he has been fantastic. Boris has been fantastic. When you talk about their front three, I think that interpositional change is really helping them very, very well. You see Chawate move to the right, Boris will move to the left, somebody will be in the middle. Another system, you see that Chawate will be at the left, then another one will be at the right. So I think that interpositional change is really, really helping them. To me, and I can tell you, Nation FC, looking at the kind of athletic players that they have, those that can also hold on to the ball, is going to be a big problem for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. If they open the game and decide to play to the teams of Nation FC, I'm telling you, Nation FC will add more than 2 goals.
Punish them.
Yes.
Okay, so we live from the Obuasi Lenklin Sports Stadium. This is the home of the Ghana Premier League, and there are a lot of talks and going on in the stands, the VIP stands, the popular stands as well, and we will be bringing you more reactions after the game. Most of the, at least some Kumasi Asante Kotoko supporters are not happy with the first half results, and they blaming their goalkeeper, blaming their head coach, Dr. Prosper Nate Ogun as well. We'll be bringing you this and more right here from the Obuasi Lenklin Sports Stadium. Don't forget, we're live on Metro TV, live on Original TV, live on Alpha TV, as well as on the Ghana Football Association app. This is the home of the Ghana Premier League. Phil, any more goals? Are we going to see more goals? Because Najee says yes, if any goal should come, it's going to come from Nations Football Club.
It's unfortunate Kotoko is down by 2 goals and they will have to press. And you know what happens? They have quick attackers. And Nations have quick attackers. And Kotoko would love the defenders to join their attack as well, which will create enough space for Chawate, Suleimana, and
Boris
to exploit. And when that happens, I believe we're going to see a lot of...
You made mention of Boris. Boris is so strong, too strong for the defense of Kumasi Asante Kotoko.
I love his link-up play with the midfielders. I just love his midfield link-up play with the midfielders. It's been fantastic. And Kotoko would have to start using the man marking to stop some of the attackers. Else it is going to be an avalanche of goals in this game.
I can see Kumasi Asante Kotoko head coach Dr. Prosper Nate Ogun is under pressure at the moment. But let's see what will happen in the second half, Najee.
Yeah, in the second half, I think that yes, he's under pressure because at the end of the day, what is going on in Kumasi Asante Kotoko, to them, they've not seen it in. It's something that is beyond their control. So to me, if there is any magic that Prosper will do,
you think so? You think he's under pressure, Dr. Prosper?
He's under pressure. And I believe the fans are also monitoring the match against Accra Hearts of Karela versus Accra Hearts of Oak. And I've realized that Hearts of Oak has jumped to the...
We will come to that game. So all the way from Obuasi Lenklin Sports Stadium, Kumasi Asante Kotoko 0, Nations FC 2. Over to you, our commentators Victor and Philanan. Enjoy the game.
Well, thank you very much as we return to the second half department of this exciting exchange between these two teams. The big story is that Nations are leading Kotoko by 2 goals to 0 from the first half exchange. And it's Faisal Chawate and Suleimana Nephew who have done the damage. Well, just a quick substitution for Kumasi Asante Kotoko with 2 players coming in. Well, Fernando Wisdom Bassi, the Nigerian international, have been thrown inside, as well as Albert Amwa, who is on 5 goals already. Ogum throwing his cuts in his last 45 minutes. That this man has got lots of pressure on him this afternoon to deliver, as his opposite number have already struck one. Suleiman Afil. Here's Amwa, lovely touch. Kotoko trying to find a quick consolation in team. Here's Amwa, draws it inside. And is headed out by Alassane. When the pressure will stay on. Here's Baba. Here's Bassi. Betis Maka is in, but is whipped out. I'll tell you a very interesting story about that Nigerian man who's just coming. Fernando Wisdom Bassi, left winger, 22 years of age. And he will be hoping to cause a bit of havoc as the ball is returning back to Kotoko's half. Camera, a bit of miscommunication between the centre back and he managed to find his colleague Ablo. The fans becoming a bit worried anytime. Nations are approaching Kotoko's half. But here is Kotoko. Yeah. And we'll bring it back to Abetamwa. And it's brought down. And they need to be careful. Nation conceded the first free kick of this half. Oh, that was a lovely movement, isn't it? And that was a strong challenge from Suleimana. With Babaya looking ready to cross it in. Lots of rush shots in that area. We sorted out. Babaya managing to find his leg to it. Here's Che. Pushed off the ball by Abdul Karim. Abrakra. Must be Boris instead. Dropping deep to help. Oh, and it breaks down. Ansu lifting it deep to the left hand side to find Saka. Just looking for a bit of support, but Bassi is arriving. That's a bit of scramble, but they managed to keep it in team. And there they'll go once again using the left hand side. Bassi lining up, go past. That's a lovely shot, and it's stopped by Rabin Salon once again for Nation. That's a wild kick, isn't it? From this Nigerian already making his presence felt. He spent 6 years at Accra United as the club was crowned champions of Nigeria in 2020-2021. He was signed as replacement for Bernard Sumwa, and he'll be hoping to come clean this afternoon. That's the man Bassi with a touch, returns it back to Kamara in his territory. And you can see anytime the ball is whipped towards Kamara, the fans are urging him to quickly release it. It's a big challenge. And it's been taken for Nations Abrakwa. Look at that sweet movement going past two. And the shot absolutely very spot on. And the captain proving why he's been handed the arms back in the absence of Simpson with that big save. Guinean is under a bit of pressure after conceding that needless goal. There looks to be a great man. And Bassi in a confrontation. And Bassi wins it. And Kotoko now having handed another life wire from the left hand side. He'll look to around long, go past it, but again it's straight onto the path of those in the deep blue colors in team. Ablo picks it. And it's returned back to the centre back. Looking to do a very simple one into Nations area. Suleimana. That's a lovely work. And that's a clear foul on him. He was smiling in the process, really enjoying himself in today's encounter. It's a big challenge. Looks to be a player who is in some deep trouble, agonizing pain. On confirmation of Jaminez yellow card for you, the man in the 12 set have abstained with UEFA after crossing over from UCC Youngsters. Yes, Harry Ansu. He has whipped long up front. Lord Elmore chasing it, but the flag is already up. Here in a haste. But Nation looks to be a bit relaxed. So that's Lord Elmore. Abdul Karim is picked by Prince Bedo. Lovely head finds Suleimana again. It's 2 on 4. Suleimana trying to cut access it across. Finds Big Boris. He's got Bedo close by. And spills over, but Charte couldn't pick the broken pieces, and it's way beyond the bar line. And Samson teammate whips it up front, looking for Amwa. Amwa has been well taken care of. Karim deciding to go long again on the left-hand side, but you've always got to square off with this man. Ansu. Saka trying to go past his marker, but the last one will pick it up. And there they'll come. Wahini returns it back to Alassane. Karim. Abrakwa. Boris back to Abrakwa once again, trying to create a bit of space. And here they have that space with Karim having it. And send across to the far side for Wahini. Here's Alassane. We'll send it across and head up, brings it out. Here'll be a lovely run. Another run into traffic of bodies. The Nations recovers. Oko Gripman, Wahini. Karim giving him team a bit of activity. Kotoko's looking to take it quickly, but experienced referee Voma Mauli halting it a bit as he tries to address the pertinent situation that I've just unfolded. And Sambawonel will have to break this forward. Finds the Nigerian. Wahini goes down, and it's Kotoko's advantage. It's a big free kick on the left-hand side. Always been exciting to watch. Fernando Bassi, since coming in, has caused a lot of havoc for Nations down that side. He got such a very sweet fit. And it's a bit difficult to tame. Right, here's Dauda Saka hit it. Oh my goodness, how did he miss that? And that was a real bullet sent across. The other man in the 15th shot did not see that coming. Henry Ansu, and he fails to turn it home to the dismay of the supporters here. Well, just watch it. That's a big miss. Didn't see that coming, I suspect. Well, that's a bit of trouble for the nation's goalkeeper, Robin Sanon, the 24-year-old. Burkina Bay international. Booked for a bit of time wasting, and he needs to be very careful on that occasion, as that will be a big blow for Nations. It's whipped up front into the center cycle, but Alassane couldn't pick it. Bassi has a touch, but he goes down. Another Kotoko's free kick in the center cycle. It is everywhere. I was just wondering why he was kept on the bench for all these minutes before coming in. Using his experience quite well to let's get the best of this. Nations Bill, that's a lovely, it's in. Can it be? Nations. Now here they have possession now, trying to conjure a bit of magic from the left-hand side. It's drifted onto the edge of the 18-yard, and there'll be another run. But the flag is already up. And Babayaya is the man. And you can see the referee having a bit of hot exchange with him. Well, that was the area. Big chance for the Porcupine Warriors. Kamara with a long drive up front. Che, Bassi, Baba. And it's back to where it all started from. Bassi. And it stopped. By Prince Bedu. But what a game on Sekufu has had in that centre back pair with Oko Gripman and Abrokwa really stopping everything. Kotoko is throwing at them. And you can just see that's a big hit by Oko Gripman, at least to calm the pressure. Abrokwa heads it away. It's a foot-up challenge. Suleiman couldn't win it. It's returned back. Looking for Amwa, couldn't pick him. Yes, Saka played on to Saka, but not the best of body balance to get behind that ball and to stroke it home. The Nations will pick it up again. With most of the fans clinging onto the fence wall, unless we have that glimpse of this hot exchange. That's a bit dangerous again, and the Kotoko defenders need to be very careful. Both nations have got sharp attackers. Here's Che coming back to help. Joseph Ablo. Samba now lifting it very deep. Not to nobody in particular. And Nations will pick it. It's been a bit of exciting exchange as we have that battle unfolding between big boys and Joseph Ablo, I guess. Essentially, it's those two with those big heights getting into that challenge. As Samankwa gets ready to come in for the first goal scorer of nation, Nafio Suleimana. As Ampof also coming for Abdul Karim. Then let's see what these two has certainly got to come along with. Ablo swept it off the feet of his opponent, but ends up conceding a throw-in. And that's going to be a long one from Richard Berko. When they stand in posture. And it's back onto the left feet of Bassi, whips it up front, looking for that lovely run of Saka. And it's whipped up front by Rapid. Now the keeper stays on the ground. Well, looks to be Amidu Aqua coming for Lord Amwa. Peter Amidu Aqua, former Park Academy, young chap. He's slotted straight into this Kotoko side, Saints, coming in from that Division 1 team. After helping them gain promotion, he decided to cross over. And it's been a regular face for Dr. Prospanate Ogum. Sanon get back onto his feet. Well, I'm sure he'll be looking for a bit of options, but decided to go short to pick Gripman. Nation still keeping possession by having set pace. Strong. And this time around, advantage is in opposite direction to Kotoko in team. Kamara. Oh, he's got a lovely height, isn't it? That's Che with a header there, looking for Saka. There's a lovely opportunity. It is well defended. That's Ansu. Takes his captain, Samba now. Finds Bassi. Yes, Baba. That's a long whip across. And Amankwa gets ahead to it. Only the second header. And that will certainly be crossing the sideline. Yes, Aqua. Peter Miru Aqua deciding to drift into the middle all by himself. Picks the area. Samba O'Neill will look to turn it in. Retracted back to Baba Yaya with a bit of tricky. And fails to pick Bassi. And Nation will race for it. Chaote kept at bay again. That's a sweet 10. And Team Menu. No, that stopped. And here's the last one. 17 minutes. It's still Nations leading by 2 goals to 0. Lord Amwa. Aqua. Here's Babayaya. Finds Fernando Bassi. That's what to keep it. Straight to the cross on nearly Saka took his eyes off it, and Nations need to be careful. And he grabs it for the second time. Rapmin Salon has been very, very alert in his own penalty area. That is a cold grip man who stays onto the field. Oh, seems to be bleeding, but here are the score fans for you. Some watching. It's a very, very sad facial expression. Morocco, Gripman bleeding. Well, let's just see what the real situation was at that end. Well, maybe it might be an earlier on challenge. But no, certainly that's brawl that took place a few minutes ago within Nations penalty box. We'll keep you updated because the PNA Gold Stars is taking on a DMIC. And we'll bring you some of those big results. Yes, another lovely run. Kotoko trying to attack, finds Babayaya. And the referee spotting something. Well, Hasselhoff still hanging on to. Hamza says go against Karela. Once Legon City is leading, but second Holy Stars by 2 goals to 1. Mediema also leading. The BNA Gold Stars by 1 goal to 0 at the TNA Park in Takwa. And it's Derek Fortner's goal. That is the clear difference. Far away in Takwa. Young Apostles also beating Samatex as it stands by a goal to 0. With Vision and Dream also goalless at this moment as Big Boys is brought out of this game. Oh wait, some of this result trickling tells you that the complexity of the standing, all the power will certainly change when 90 minutes is done and dusted across its match venues. But for now, it's Nation that is leading the power with 22 points as it stands. If nothing changes from this encounter. House of Fox still in fourth position with 18 points. Now here's Coach Kasim Mingel. And it's Big Boris Divorian has been taken off. Also struggling to even walk. And there's Barry Maba who comes in his place as Kotoko come forward from the right hand side. Amidu Akwa trying to create an opportunity. Finds Menu. Basi calls for it and receives it on the left hand side. Oh, lovely idea to Colin. Comes in and Oko Gripan cuts away the danger. And Kotoko is doing everything possible just to get a consolation. Just maybe a goal. Will put them in that mode to get back. Robinsano once again. Let's try to interfere with it, but couldn't have a hand to it. As it's a goal kick. Lots of substitution coming in at this point. Oh, Samuel Tenado is getting ready to come in for Babayaya. Who's being taken off. Oh, defensive midfielder, 21 years. Former Legon City's man. Oh, spent his early years in Ebony. That's a big save from Kamara. And that was the first touch of Samuel Tenedo. Sam Brownell turns it to the right hand side. Ansu. And that'll be another long drive. That is a hot chase from Abuakwa to save the situation. It's a bit hit-to exchange between himself and Lord Amwa. I bet Amwa instead. Ansu sends one across, but not the best of header coming from Saka Dauda. Receiving so many balls, but struggling to connect to it. And something definitely is wrong with Kotoko's bench. Here's Che. Tenado looking for Basi, couldn't pick him. Now Charity once again getting himself involved in that challenge and wins the sympathy of the referee. He's such a hard worker. That's brought back to him. Bedu looking for Brakwa. Well, the big question is, can he pick him? Mamko also fails to pick it. Here's Akwa. And I bet Amwa. He was looking for a better support system. Finds it in Menu. It's not just easy to go past this Nations defense. '78 minutes. The Nations are still hanging on to that. 2 first half goals. But you can see there's a bit of that disagreement as to whether. Well, here's it. Just look at it. Was turned away by Samuel Osai. And the ball boy has been asked to leave that area. And you can see game halted. As referee Vamo Mali asks the ball boy to vacate that area. Well, that is going to be the first point of the game at the moment, but we are back to continue from where we left off. Just taking the stinger out of this game for some minutes. Stinedu finds Bassi. Well, the referee calling for the stretcher. Some lovely chit-chats ongoing in the stands. You can just understand more emotions. And such games are very palpable, knowing well that it's the original derby between these two sides. Tempers certainly are high. But both teams need to stay disciplined as we try to complete the rest of the minutes left in normal time. And as Kotoko once again will step up as they've gotten a free kick advantage. Abasi got in a bit close. Just wondering what the worst will be to Dauda Saka. But the likes of Ablo, Betamwa are all waiting for it. It's going to be directed and it's well taken care of by Rapin Sanon. And Saka cannot believe it. He's tried everything possible at least to break the back of this Buckingham International. That is just too stubborn for that. Here they come for it. Barima twisting and turning. Oh, that's a lovely hit and it's parried away by Mohamed Kamara. Next thing looking for the attempt, and they have been denied with an excellent save. Here was Barry Maba with a lovely strike, and it was well read by the Guinean. 82 minutes, 8 minutes left to play for. And it'll be interesting to see the number of minutes that will be added by Maoli Vomao, considering the time wasting situations that we've seen in this second half, especially on the best of kick. Amankwa races for it. Fernando Bassi drifting into the middle. And he gets that way to Osei. Lovely one to play. Well, looks to be Chawate. Very difficult to dispossess of the ball. And here's Prince Bedu. Alassane goes to the ground, but the game we were on. Menu. Ansu. Here's Amwa. There's Aqua. Oh, lovely idea. Aqua touch from behind, and that is a big free kick for the Porcupine Warriors. It's the young man, Peter Medu Aqua, with a tricky. His work had since been introduced in the second half department of the game. Excellent takes on. And it's been very, very interesting. And once again, it's Robinson on who gets ready to defend it. That was the early on touch on him from behind. And you can know a bit of danger spilling if you happen to be an NSS player. Just wonder who's going to take it, whether Albert Amwa or Saka Dauda. Which of them will take it? This is a sweet position. This is lovely. Comes off the wall, return ball, and absolutely fly high into the sky. But you can see Prince Bedu was at the receiving end of that shot that was whipped inside. Yes, someone with a long drive up front and straight onto the path of Kamara. Yes, Samba O'Neill. Tanedu. Bassi. Samba again. We'll bring it up front. Baroko. Gripman is at the right place. And it's Richard Beckham with a twin advantage. Quickly takes it. Ampofu. And advantage have gone Kotoko's way. And the captain who instructs that everybody should just get into nation's territory. Yes, Anso coming forward with it. Finds Aqua. Mankwa will give it a bit of challenge, wins it. Here's another long run from Ba. Oh, that's a very heavy tackle from Harry Ansu. Direct on his man. And will certainly receive the yellow card for that effort on his opposite marker. But for this fact, they cannot just have their joy. Their eyes have behold for the second time the falling of the Porcupine Warriors. If you stay this way, it was just a crazy tackle, isn't it? With a bit of Buslin action coming in from the left-hand side, not just on a lighter note. But the big story is that Barry Maba would have to be stretched off, and that's a bit serious. And that's confirmation of Harry Ansu's yellow card. Very lucky to have gone away with that. They're not red. There it comes, but that's a lovely piece of work. Berku and Bassi has got to score it off, but Samba O'Neill will hit it long up front. Kotoko's problem has been demand to push the goals up front after they create all the chances. Albert Amwa have done his bit. But the big question is, when he's having injury situations, who steps up? That's why most of the Kotoko fans have been a bit disappointed from the Sudanese player. But here they are, Kotoko, in essence, territory. Accra managed to bring it away. It's 10 in. And it's parried away. That's a big hit. And Beku turns it away. 89 minutes, and time is running out. Bassi, lovely work. Goes past 3, goes down. And the referee says that's a bit feeble. Yes, Kamara needs to be careful. Tenedu. Menu, back to Tenedu. Hit onto the right hand side looking for Amadou Aqua, but Kojo Manko at the right place. Has been fantastic since coming in. And just tells you the caliber of players Nation have got on their bench. They've got quality all around, every department. Well, it's 7 minutes of additional time. That is big minutes for Kotoko to make amends. Here's Aqua. Will fake Bassi at the left hand side. It's dropped to Samo Tenedu. Here's Ansu. And the porcupine train coming forward a bit. They'll concede a corner. A bit of miscommunication resulting in that. He lost everybody, but Rapin Sanon is at the right place once again to claim it. Well, to be a bit sincere with you, it is very difficult to remember Kofi Mensah for Nations FC with the way Rapin Sanon have displayed in the 2 stakes in the encounters it's featuring the top notch performances, and tells you the competition in that department will be a bit tougher when Kofi Mensah returns. That is Saka. That would have had Kotoko's corner kick from the right hand side. And struck in. O'Neill. Rapin Sanon. Ansu. And it's picked up by Nations. What a scrappy situation. And they survived that scare. And Puffo leaves it for Amankwa. They are looking for Bar. He's got a lovely footwork on the bouquet of strikers. And he's got a very swift body movement. Quite deceptive anytime he's running or trusting up front. Same as this man, Fernando Bassi. Samba. Tenedu. That's a lovely chip. Looking for Abedamwa. That's a clever play. He's impacted Kotoko's front line since coming in. Ball is being called for from behind, but from his captain. Samba lifting it very deep. For Tubedu of Nations. They were trying to pick Chaute, but pick Joseph Ablo instead. Oh, Joseph Ablo played for High FC in Guinea. Was excited to join the Porcupine Warrior family. But here's Sadek Al-Hassan taking it down to the corner flag. Chote Ampafu, who look for a bit of space. This could be dangerous. And they expect about Muhammad Kamara. 4 minutes and a few seconds of additional time cleared already. And we have less than 3 minutes to play for. And the story is still the same. Here's Pedu. And he breaks down his man. Harry Ansu. Looks to be bad. That was brought down. And it's getting a bit ugly for Asante Kotoko after a 5 start to the season. They've been on a losing streak. Al-Hassan retains it, finds Abrokwa. Looking for Mankwa, but one ready for Mankwa can keep it on the turf, but he fails to beat the offside trap. A minute left. Sambal now drops into this own 18-yard box to Pickett, whips it up front. Dramina picks it. Tinedu have it. Will hit it onto his left-hand side. Bassi gone past his marker again. Sprinting up front. And he was looking for the positioning of Albert Amo once again, but it will break down. Few seconds left. And at this point, you know, it will be very difficult for Kotoko to get back into this game, knowing well they are down by 2-0. That will be a real miracle. But Nations have got this. Free kick to defend. And this could be long. Comes up the woodwork. Here's Tinedu will turn it in. Looking for some red sets. And it's easily picked up by Rabin Sanon. And at this point, you know, now looks like Nation could just be running away with the 2-goal cushion after betting Kotoko for the second consecutive time. And that ends it. It's Nation's victory at the BUNDESLIGA Clay Sports Stadium. Kotoko once again has been flawed. And that's a big performance from this man, the Buckingham International. Rabin Sano, what a wonderful save to keep his team intact into this game. And officials for you, led by Mauli Votmawa, as the Nations fans celebrate more very deep into the night, especially around Abrankasi and its environs. Well, it's full time at the BUNDESLIGA Clay Sports Stadium. It's Kumasi Asante Kotoko 0, Nations FC 2.
Okay, I'm waiting coaches first. Okay, yeah, I'm waiting coaches on standby. So standby.
Day 11, I have the head coach of Nations Football Club right here. It's Kumasi Asante Kotoko, CEO Nations Football Club. 2, Coach Kasim Mingolo Kanse is right here with me. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
How are you feeling this afternoon?
I'm feeling great.
What is making you feel great?
Look at it, when you win, you know, you have to enjoy. So look at it.
Yeah.
We are bragging, we are up.
Beating your rivals is making you, your senior is making you feeling great.
Yes, I'm happy the boys did exactly what
you've kept 8 clean sheets this season. You have a solid defense and your forwards are also scoring. What is the secret, Coach Kasim Mingolo Kanse?
You have training, determination, and the boys were prepared. They are prepared to learn. I told you it's work in progress. They are prepared to learn. We also give it to them.
Any lessons from today's game beating Kumasi Asante Kotoko?
No, they came with the same system that we were playing. They also played the same system. You can't play with forget. Because I've been playing over 25 to 30 years. I started playing long time. I know the weakness and the strength of the system. So I always take advantage of that. We are taking advantage of it. I value the system now.
I will leave you, but before you go, your defender Razak Simpson's performance at the Black Stars level was so phenomenal. What do you have to say about his performance?
I would say, I know he can do better, and I'm happy for him. I didn't
players prove a point.
Did you meet him today?
Okay, those who replace him did the job for us.
All right, so Coach Kasim Mingolo Kanse, thanks so much, congratulations, and also we wishing you all the best in your subsequent games. All right, so that's the head coach for Nations Football Club, Coach Kasim Mingolo Kanse is the head coach, and I have the head coach for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, Dr. Again, it's not a good sign for Kumasi Asante Kotoko.
Yeah, it's I mean, especially
last season you lost 4 games and you made mention of your players. You mentioned that you don't have the quality players. Is this the same as this season?
Tough luck. Down.
From the fans, they are not happy. I know you're also not happy. Are you under pressure now, Dr. Prosper Naughty? Finding solution, then it means this is not the time to sack Dr. Prosper Nate Ogun.
Thank you.
All right, so Dr. Prosper Nate Ogun is not happy. And as you can see, the fans are also not happy with their performance. This is the action. He made mention of this is not the time to this is the time to fix the problem. And so I said, so then it means this is not the time to sack Dr. Prosper Nate Ogun, and he walked off surprisingly. So it means,
General, let's be realistic. I think that Kumasi Asante Kotoko, their supporters should come in mind that now they are building a new team. How many players did they sack last season? How many players came in? This season they registered just 22 players. So to me, the problem is not from the coach. If they think the problem is from the coach, it's not from the coach.
So who is the problem?
The problem is that
Kumasi
they have
Asante
entirely a new team that they are building. We've seen teams that have suffered it. Hasselhoff, Accra Lions, Legon Cities, Dreams FC have all passed through this, and I think that this is the time for Kumasi Asante
But
Kotoko.
Naji, do you remember last season he lost 4 consecutive games? Last season, and he made mention that it's because they don't have quality players. I asked him, is it the same this season? And he said no. It means his boys are good.
No, he has the quality, but the fact that you have the individual brilliance does not mean that you have a team. Now, the telepathy in the team that needs to be worked out. I'm talking about the cohesiveness for them to play as one unit. That is what is missing. So, to me, supporters should give Prosper Nate Ogun a chance, because at the end of the day, they should give him time. And lo and behold, the management cannot sack him. He was called by His Majesty Otumfo, come and help my team. So, to me, they are just agitating, but the coach will still be there.
All right. Okay. So, Phil, we're wrapping up from the Brazil and Clay Sports Stadium. Your reaction after the 90th minute?
I believe Coach Nate Ogun has a solid team. The only thing he has to identify is the mistakes that concurrently happens in the team. Last week, last 2 weeks, it was the same goalkeeper. Today, it's the same Kamara. So you need to identify the problems. If I would say, and I would emphatically state that if Frederick Asari were to be in post, he is a much more experienced goalkeeper. He would have dealt with the issues much better than Kamara did. And probably we wouldn't be talking about 2-0 for...
You made mention of Kamara making mistakes over mistakes. And who puts Kamara in the post? That's the question.
That is what I'm talking about. That he needs to identify. Probably he hasn't been able to.
All right, so
but for when Frederick Asari went to the Black Stars, it was Kamara who was imposed for Kotoko. They won their matches.
Good.
I get me.
You talk about the state of the player, the form of the keeper, as we speak right now. If he is not gotten there, keep him on the bench. Let him work his.
All right, so guys, thank you very much, Naji. Thank you very much, Philana, and all the way from Brazil and Clay Sports Stadium, Kumasi Asante Kotoko 0 Nations Football Club 2, and it was live on Metro TV, live on Original TV, Alpha TV, and the Ghana Football Association app. Thanks for watching. My name is Gatuso. Gatuso, raise the power 7. We are out.